but I think especially Caitlin Clark, and I'm a huge fan, and I never say that, but I think it's fun what she's doing. When it comes to viewership, man, I think a lot of people have a lot to learn about our league, but I think that's a really fun thing. And if you have really anything negative to say about all the viewership and everything that this rookie class is doing, I just think that you're not capitalizing on it and you might be a little jealous. So for me, I'm all for it. I'm about it. I love all this.
Sophie Cunningham has officially joined forces with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And let's just say, this is the dynamic duo fans have been waiting for. Spicy Sophie isn't holding back when it comes to defending Clark from critics, unlike the player the Fever traded away to get her. That's right. Nalissa Smith's toxic attitude finally caught up with her. She's gone, packed up, and shipped out like last season's bad decisions. From locker room drama to outright disrespect, Smith, along with her partner in pettiness, Dejanai Carrington, seemed more focused on stirring the pot than playing the game. Well, guess what? They've both been sent to Dallas. Now, the real question is, was this just karma doing its thing, or is there even more drama bubbling beneath the surface? Let's break it all down.
Does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? And do you hate Caitlin Clark? Come on, talk
dude.
to me.
Absolutely not. I think that she's a gem. I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan. Like, I would love to play with her one day.
Sophie Cunningham has long been vocal about her desire to play alongside Caitlin Clark. She's always respected Clark's game, admired her relentless work ethic, and understood that when you have a generational talent like Clark, you uplift her, not undermine her. Now, that dream has become a reality. Sophie is officially a member of the Indiana Fever, and fans couldn't be more thrilled. But what makes this move even sweeter? The Fever didn't just add the right player, they got rid of the wrong one. That's right, Nalissa Smith is out. The same player who couldn't even pretend to have Caitlin's back on the court. The same Smith who brought nothing but negativity, locker room tension, and a selfish attitude that weighed the team down like an anchor on a sinking ship.
Is that it might not be from you, but like what is it feels it's not hate, but is it jealousy? Is it envy? Is it just like, what is it?
Yeah, I see both sides. I'm not an extremist in any way.
Yeah.
And so I like to see both sides of each party. I think when you have older people in the league, they work their tails off and they didn't get the recognition. They don't get paid millions of dollars before they even step on the court. You know what I mean? And for them, it's all about, okay, well, what are your stats? What are you doing for the actual game, like while you're playing?
Yeah.
And then for
Sophie Cunningham isn't just a great player. She's the kind of teammate every team dreams of. She's passionate, team-oriented, and most importantly, she respects Caitlin Clark. Sophie understands that Clark isn't just another player. She's the future of the WNBA. Smart players recognize that and adapt accordingly. Unlike Nalissa Smith, who seemed more invested in passive-aggressive antics than actually playing basketball. Fans saw it. The organization saw it. And now, the Fever have made the smartest move possible, cutting ties with Smith.
Folks, we are free from Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith no longer on the Indiana Fever. Kelly Krauskopf came in and said,
Nalissa Smith is officially out of Indiana, and let's be honest, it was long overdue. When Kelly Krauskopf came in, she took one look and said, "Go, you gotta go." Smith wasn't just a bad fit on the court. She was a toxic presence off of it. The energy she brought to the team felt like a storm cloud hovering over practices, games, and the locker room. The chemistry was off whenever she was around, and no matter how you tried to spin it, that kind of negativity matters. She didn't respect Caitlin Clark, and it showed, whether it was her lazy defensive efforts, the eye rolls, or her refusal to step up when it mattered most. Now, the Fever can finally move forward without the dead weight.
Smith is confused as to why Indiana Fever fans don't want her on their team. And it's really not that hard to understand, Nalissa. Let me tell you why. We don't even need to take into account any of your social media outbursts We don't need to take into account any of your subtweets. We don't need to take into account any of your drama chasing antics off the court. We don't need to take into account your passive aggressive ways. You're removing the Indiana Fever one day in your bio, adding them in the next day in your bio, tweeting other people's tweets. We don't even need to take into account all the unnecessary drama and garbage that you add to this team when it comes off the court. All we really need to do is sit back and watch you on the court. It's really not that hard of a
Meanwhile, Sophie Cunningham has been nothing but supportive. The kind of player who lifts her teammates up, not drags them down. She's openly admired Caitlin Clark's game, recognizing her talent and embracing the opportunity to play alongside her. NaLyssa Smith, on the other hand, couldn't even pretend to care. She wouldn't defend Clark, wouldn't act like a true teammate, and definitely didn't play like someone who wanted to win. It was clear where her priorities were, and now she's paying the price.
Amazing for women's basketball. This is amazing for women's sports in general. You have so many people, so many new and fresh eyes on our sport that maybe they're a little uneducated and maybe they kind of stir the pot a little bit. And so I get that, but for that class to come in.
The Fever are finally moving forward with a roster that actually makes sense. A team built on chemistry, respect, and winning. No more drama, no more dead weight. As for NaLyssa Smith and Dejanai Carrington, well, let's just say they've got plenty of time to reflect on where it all went wrong. The Indiana Fever finally woke up and realized what fans have been saying all along. Asterisk, NaLyssa Smith was the problem. Asterisk, the energy was off, the chemistry was non-existent, and the vibe, pure negativity. But that's all in the past now because Sophie Cunningham has arrived, and she's exactly what this team needed. She's not just a tough, skilled player, she's a leader. The kind of teammate who lifts others up, brings fire to the court, and respects the game. And the best part? She openly said she wanted to play with Caitlin Clark. Now she gets to. It's like the basketball gods finally got one right.
Breaking news, another signing just happened. Sophie Cunningham was just acquired to the Indiana Fever. By the Indiana Fever. Oh my goodness. Within 2 hours. And guess who was gone? NaLyssa Smith is gone.
Meanwhile, NaLyssa Smith's departure? Yeah, no tears here. No farewell tribute, no emotional goodbyes, just a collective sigh of relief from Fever fans. Let's be real, Smith wasn't doing the team any favors. She wasn't adding value on or off the court. Her body language? Off. Her effort? Inconsistent. And the way she treated Caitlin Clark during that social media stunt. Straight up disrespectful. This wasn't a loss for the Fever, it was a necessary upgrade.
Ow! Oh, I'm sorry. You poked me in the eye. You're an 8-year-old. You did.
I did not poke you.
Did you do it on purpose?
I did not poke you in your eyes.
Did you do it on purpose?
I got hit in the knee. That was my reflex.
It looked like...
It was clear she wasn't invested in the team's success, and honestly, the Fever are better off without that toxic energy. I mean, have you seen some of the things she said about Caitlin in the past? No wonder the locker room felt like walking into an awkward family dinner. Tension, side eyes, and zero unity. Now, with Smith gone, the Fever can finally focus on what matters. Winning.
Cunningham is not going to put up with the hate and the bullying Caitlin Clark has been receiving throughout the WNBA, because we know last year that was a big target for Caitlin Clark was to get an enforcer. And like I keep telling y'all, Kelly Cristobal is not messing.
But here's where it gets exciting. Sophie Cunningham's arrival isn't just a roster change. It's the start of a new era. She brings respect, she brings hustle, and she brings a winning mentality, something that was completely missing from Smith. The Fever didn't just make a trade, they made a statement. They said, asterisk, we're done with drama. We're here to win, asterisk, and for Caitlin Clark, the fans, and the entire organization, this is a massive victory. The team is finally building something special, and with Smith gone, the sky's the limit. Cunningham and Clark, that's a duo you can rally behind. No more locker room tension, no more bad vibes. just basketball played the right way. And as for Nalissa Smith, well, her time with the Indiana Fever is officially over. Something tells me the team won't be sending her a asterisk. We miss you asterisk card anytime soon.
Nalissa Smith is now playing on the same team as DeJounte Carrington. For the first time since their Baylor days, they are playing on the same team. And even a couple of months ago, DeJounte was being asked about the potential of the two of them playing together, and she literally said, she's like, oh, that's not going to happen. Because Connecticut aren't going to, because I'm not, basically said, I'm not leaving Connecticut, and Indiana aren't going to trade you. Turns out both of them got traded. And both of them got traded to the same team, the Dallas.
Yeah, obviously got me pretty good in the eye. I don't think it affected me. Honestly, I felt like I got good shots. They just didn't go that.
So anyway, Nalissa Smith is joining her teammate and her girlfriend, DeJounte Carrington. Of course, DeJounte poked out the eyeball, damn near, of Caitlin Clark last.
Alexa Filippo, hopefully I'm pronouncing her name properly. She is the one who's been breaking all this news. She tweeted, 6-time All-Star and WNBA champ Joanna Bonner is signing with the Indiana Fever by re-signing Kelsey Mitchell, trading for Sophie Cunningham, and signing experienced vets Bonner and Natasha Howard. The Fever have catapulted into the title conversation, and I couldn't agree with her.
Have already got a replacement. Literally. The Dallas Wings have already got have already signed the replacement for Nalissa Smith. They signed Maisha Hines-Allen. And not only that, they're paying Maisha Hines-Allen
Sophie Cunningham is a good player. She can shoot the three. She can 3-and-D it. She's pretty good on defense. She's fast. I think the Fever are looking for like the.
Also, if you guys remember back at WNBA All-Star, there was this clip that was going viral where Sophie like grabbed Caitlin and was like, hey, do you want to come to Phoenix? And she has been very vocal in the media that she loves Caitlin Clark's game and she would love to play with her at some point. And so I just feel like she is going to be a great fit
to get title contentions. And I'm telling you right now, the Indiana Fever is definitely contenders. Even ESPN themselves is starting to believe that. Rebecca Lobo